The Jason and Alexis podcast is brought to you by our friends at Sears Imported Autos, serving 4 generations of happy, returning customers.
Sears Imported Autos is just 10 minutes west of downtown on 394 in Minnetonka. More information at SearsImports.com. You know what drives me crazy?
2-hour themed Zoom meetings with our boss.
A phone call from B. Arthur?
No, buying something pre-owned and having it break in like 2 days.
That's the worst.
It is, but you know what? If you're buying a pre-owned car, get it from Sears Imported Autos, and you won't have that problem, believe me.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. They have an amazing selection of certified pre-owned cars that are vetted, not just checked. They are vetted.
Wow, that sounds very dramatic and serious.
Well, it is. Sears takes it very seriously, and they back it up with extensive warranty coverage, which equals peace of mind. You know you're buying a quality car, and you know you won't have to worry about something happening, and I love that.
But I don't want to leave the house.
Oh, I hear you. And a lot of people don't want to leave the house. That's why you can browse and even complete the whole car purchasing process online, like from your couch. You can do it all at SearsImports.com. Again, SearsImports.com. And you can also configure your dream car, and then they'll find it. And even if you want, bring it to your door.
How about financing? Because I assume I have to pay for the car?
Yes, Lex, you do. Sears has so many financing options, and their staff makes that part of it so easy and painless. I'm not kidding. I was amazed when I bought my car there recently, back in November. The financing portion, which I usually dread, took, and I timed this, 6 minutes. No joke. I laughed. I was like, what? It's one of the things I remember most from that glorious day, and it's one of the many reasons why Sears Imported Autos won Best of the Best from Mercedes in 2018 and 2019. And they've been serving 4 generations of returning happy customers for over 55 years. That is remarkable.
Sears Imported Autos, 10 minutes from downtown Minneapolis on 394.
For more information or to see their huge inventory, just go to SearsImports.com.
Gonna change it and make it a world you won't forget.
A big party.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey! We're going to
all of
find
you.
love today.
Oh, we are absolutely not going to. But anyway, welcome to the 8 o'clock and final hour of Jason and Alexis in the morning, live on My Talk 107.1. And good for you, we're streaming all over the earth on our fabulous My Talk app. I'm Jason, Lex, Dawn, and Kenny, and let's get to it. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Second Chance Romance, where we go looking for love in all the wrong places. Yeah. Dawn McClain, who do we have today?
Today we have Josh, and he is on the phone with us right now. Hi, Josh. Welcome to the show.
Hey. How's it going?
Hey!
Not too bad.
Great.
Josh, thanks for emailing Dawn. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being willing to do this on a busy morning. So let's get to it. Let's kick this pig, as we say. Tell us your story.
Okay, well, Kayla and I, we met on Tinder, kind of like you do. I saw her and swiped immediately. She's beautiful and funny, and in person, so much even more. It was like a match made in heaven.
Oh,
Ooh.
this sounds promising.
Oh, tell us about your date.
Okay, we met at a bar, and of course, at first it was a little awkward. But once the bar area opened up, we were able to like find a seat so that we could hear each other. So once we got through that awkwardness, everything started feeling pretty good. We started talking and had a really nice date.
Okay.
As they sang in Greece, tell me more, tell me more. How did it? It's because you're on here for a reason, is my point. How did it end? What happened next?
Okay. Well, we got to talking, and we have a lot of things that were common. We're the same age. We're going through a lot of the same things. we're feeling a lot of the career stuff. You know, we got family issues going on, and you know, we're definitely both feeling like we're kind of in a holding pattern because of the pandemic and everything. Yeah. So, you know, we just spent a couple of hours talking, and the way that it wrapped up at the end of the date, I just walked her to her car. You know, kept it nice and polite. And afterwards, I texted her when I got home, but she didn't respond and hasn't responded. You know, it's been like about 2.5 weeks.
Okay, and she didn't see like a Beanie Baby collection in your back window or like Kleenex boxes in a dirty car or anything? You can't recall anything that you did that might have turned her off?
No, like, again, the only weirdness that I can think of happened in the beginning, but again, you know, that wasn't me. It was just, you know, the bar being loud, and it was just the social distancing thing that they were enforcing. So,
oh, sure.
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
You don't practice dark magic or anything?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Or overshare about your exes, or, you know, getting into weird job things, or...
Did you drink too much?
I've had little dates like that, and I've made mistakes like that, so I know not to say things like that.
Okay.
So, totally didn't happen.
How's the nose thing? Hair, boogers, pimples?
Wow.
You okay?
Clean as a whistle.
Clean as a whistle.
Check yourself. Okay.
Kenny,
Well,
you laugh if you want it, Kenny. It's a legitimate question for dudes. Thank you, Lex.
It is.
if you have a lot of nose hair, I probably wouldn't go out with you again. If it was sticking out and I could see it, I'd be
If there is a
off.
macaw hanging from your nose, okay, Josh, Dawn told you how this is going to go. We're going to put you on hold. You'll be able to hear anything, but Kayla has no idea. So sit tight, and we'll be with you in a second, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And now we're going to put up Kayla. Go ahead, Dawn.
Hi, Kayla. Welcome to Jason and Alexis Second Chance Romance. You're on the phone with us right now.
Hi.
Hey, Kayla.
Hi, thanks for doing this. We won't take up a lot of your time. You know this is about a date that you've had. Do you remember? And if you do, tell us about your date with the guy, Josh.
Oh, Josh. Oh, there's no way I can forget this date.
Okay. Oh.
I'm just going to bottom line this. I have no interest in seeing Josh again.
Oh. We'll be back after this, everyone.
No, wait. We need to know why.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, no. Is there anything that stuck out to you? Was it just overall you didn't have chemistry, or what happened?
Oh, no. He said he pooped outside at a park once, and I just can't get over that.
Was his name?
I just
Wait a minute. Was it Josh or was it Kenny Olson? Can you check, Kayla, the guy's name?
I'm so scared.
Why that's a,
I don't
why
want
is
to talk
that
to
a
him
big
again.
deal?
Thank you. Thank you, Kenny, for taking that home
He
for me.
pooped in a park.
Outside?
What?
Wait, we got to get Josh back on.
Okay, hold on just a second. Let me
Kayla,
put her. Hold
we
on.
need to
Okay,
tell-
we do have Josh on the other line. Okay, so
Yeah.
we're gonna pull him up.
Yeah, Kayla, just to be honest with you, Josh is here. Dawn, do we have him?
Yeah, we
heard
do.
all of this.
Josh heard all of it. Hey, park pooper.
No, you laughed, and I tried to tell you more. That was a long time ago.
Again, not for me. Bye.
Oh,
Okay.
there's no chance at all?
Wow.
I love my life.
So
Wow.
you don't suffer from bodily functions, huh? You don't have to deal with those.
No. That was
Not
a
you.
long
I'm talking
time
to
ago.
her.
That
Is she still there?
happened at.
I don't think she's
Hello?
here anymore. She
Kayla?
really did.
Did she peace out?
Oh,
Okay.
Wow.
Well, Josh,
oh.
Josh, I'm on your side, man. Come on.
Okay.
What?
Okay, this
Okay.
is. See, I thought the one with Pete. What was the guy's name that we loved a couple? We loved Pete, but I gotta tell you, Park Pooper Josh is right up there, Josh, buddy.
When she said bye, she meant bye.
He meant bye-bye.
Oh,
And the fact that you could tell the story and turn it into humor and make it funny.
yes.
You're awesome, Josh. Come on, man. That's one of the most horrible
How do you know
things
that it
could
was
happen.
funny? You're giving him too much credit. Why are you so into to him pooping in the park.
Dawn,
Josh, why did
pooping
you
your
poop in the park?
Park pooping or pants pooping, it's always funny. Always.
Josh.
We all have stories. Come on, you know what happens
do,
after
you're
the
right.
age of 40s? I'm going to tell you the truth here. After the age of 40, you guys end up pooping their pants at least once a year.
Okay, once a year.
Once a year? I'm 47 and I haven't done it at all.
No, you're just afraid to admit it.
We have to hear from Josh. Josh, why did you poop in the park?
I can't believe we just asked that on our show.
Well, first off, I thought, first off, it was a long time ago. Okay. And I thought that we were, having fun sharing embarrassing stories, but, it happened a long time ago. It was summer camp, and we were out in the woods.
You had to go.
Yeah, I was a kid. It was in summer camp. We were out in the woods. We were away from the barracks, and we couldn't go. And so it was really super embarrassing. But yeah, I went in the woods.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh. Yeah,
Now
we've all
that's a
been
horse
there.
of a different color. Now that's
Yeah.
and
I
especially
didn't want to know more.
Yeah, and we've had those dinners. I mean, I don't know if it's a first date thing. Maybe we should stay away from that question for the rest of our lives of tell us an embarrassing story. But if the game is on the table, you can't be blamed for answering. Yeah, anyway.
What's his name, Josh?
His name is Josh.
Josh, here's the deal.
You have
when
a
the
new best
apocalypse
friend,
comes,
apparently. His name's Kenny.
when the apocalypse comes, Josh, you have experience. You, sir, will be a survivor. People will be looking to you for help surviving
Please,
the
Josh,
oncoming apocalypse.
where do I poop?
Dig a
right
hole.
here.
Dig a hole.
Right.
If we could just
Right.
find Josh to tell us where to poop.
Yeah.
No worries. 12-year-old Josh is a scholar on how to do it.
Josh, I pooped when I went camping in the woods because, that's where you
Yeah.
go.
What's your other option? In your tent? No way.
It's
Josh,
called, it's called taking care of the necessaries. That's how we quote it.
Yes.
He's taking care of necessaries.
Oh, man.
Josh, you're our friend, and you're going to find someone that isn't bothered by. We've all done crazy things, especially as kids. So don't feel bad, my friend, and we wish you success in future dates.
Aw, thanks, guys. I really appreciate
At least
that.
you know now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy.
Hell of a guy.
Thanks, Josh.
Hey, thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow.
Jason, with the
Control
fart
yourself,
noises.
Jason. Your mic was
Jason.
open. Jeez.
I knew you were holding one in.
Who pulled your finger?
All right, so we have a half price deal. It's from Wayzata Cosmetic Surgery and Spa. This is a really good deal. You can experience younger, smoother looking skin with 30 units of Botox or Juvo. Juvo, yeah. For just $195, an amazing value for half the price at Wayzata Cosmetic Surgery and Spa. Go to mytalk1071.com, keyword deals for this offer.
Best transition ever. Dawn doesn't miss a beat, just goes right into the half price deal.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious me.
She didn't want anything to do with it. She's like, I'm out.
Bye.
Done.
She was out. She was out. And so are we. We'll be back with Elizabeth Reese right after this. Hey, Lex, are you smile ready?
I think.
Dawn, are you smile ready?
Just give me 3 minutes and then yes.
Well, good. Because it's time to be smile ready for all those fall events like weddings, reunions.
Halloween?
I mean, you wear a mask, but sure. Dr. Amy at Hughes Dental can help you be smile ready with a great offer happening right now. Now, through the end of the year, Dr. Amy is offering $1,000 savings when you commit to a minimum of 4 porcelain veneers. So many of Dr. Amy's patients take advantage of this offer. You're going to love the way you look with your new smile, and you get to save money while doing it.
And it's so easy to get started. Just go to hughes-dental.com and click on the free video consult request.
And when you talk with our friends at Hughes Dental, don't forget to say you heard about about them on My Talk.
As I always say, Dr. Amy is the best at what she does. She's the Yoda of cosmetic dentistry.
Yes, I was reading some reviews and they are spectacular. Like this one. I started with a video consult, which was very informative. Next, I went in for a consult with Dr. Amy and Jackie. They were able to temporarily put a composite over my teeth to show me what they would look like if I got veneers. That process was also very informative and fun to see the results.
Should I read the next one like Yoda?
Maybe in our next commercial, Lex.
Okay. To get started, go to hughes-dental.com to learn more about Dr. Amy and her staff. And then when you're ready, click on the free video consult request.
This is a My Talk Dirt Alert.
Welcome back. Jason and Alexis in the morning on My Talk and streaming worldwide on our My Talk app. I'm Jace with Lex, Dawn, and Kenny. Let's get caught up with the big entertainment stories of the day within the Dirt Alert with the one and only Elizabeth Reese. Hello, Elizabeth.
Good morning, my friends.
Elizabeth, may I start with a quick little anecdote story about your television program?
Always, please do.
Your show was in the background. It was on the television.
We're good background noise.
And I was going from room to room, and it was a couple days ago, and I saw a woman in a pirate outfit.
Yeah.
And for 2.5 seconds, I thought it was you. And I was hoping in my mind quickly, I was processing, please let it be Elizabeth so that we can talk about her dressing like a pirate on the Dirt Alert. But then sadly, it was not. It was your feature reporter. So.
It was Kristen Haubrich. Kristen has an outfit for everything, you guys. It's unbelievable.
Well, I was just hoping for all of our sake that you had dressed up like a pirate. So I just...
that would have been giving the people what they've been asking for many moons. But alas, not this time. Although I think I did throw in an occasional like, arg, you know.
It was great.
Just to get into the pirate spirit. Yeah, Kristen Haubrich is our reporter who we hired to help when I was on maternity leave. And then she was so great. So we've kept her, which has been so wonderful. And she's like become this joyful part of the staff. And I kid you not, you guys, she has like a closet and a trunk of costumes.
Wow.
And she will, everything she goes to, she has like a themed ensemble and she like gets into the groove that way. It's really fun. I am a person who would wear yoga pants and some sort of sweatshirt every day if it was acceptable and if there weren't people to literally tell me what to wear on television.
Yeah.
That is how little I care about it. I just like love that you can just have people tell you. Kristen is the total opposite.
Yeah, I just would like you. I wanted to see you in a pirate outfit. I just thought it'd be very.
I didn't realize you had
Silverish.
that really special fantasy, and I
didn't either. Until
I'm ready to oblige at some point. When you least expect it, you're going to get a photo of me in a pirate costume, and I don't know what's going to happen with you.
Perfect. Thank you.
It'll be great. Maybe I'll get invited to a dinner party at your fancy set table if I do that.
Totally done. Consider it done.
Charlie Sheen is suggesting that Denise Richards should just complain to the judge if she doesn't like what the judge has ordered when it comes to child support. It is kind of interesting because we were talking about Charlie and Denise's daughter, Sammy, moved in with Charlie, apparently because there are fewer rules at Charlie's house. And a judge then said, yeah, Charlie, you don't have to pay Denise any more child support. The problem is there's another child, Lola, who's 16, who still lives with Denise. And Charlie's not paying anything.
So, so if you were to say, like, how old is Lola? Is she 18?
16, and then Sammy's 17.
Okay, so Sammy, so they'll just review this in a year because if it's fair, you're each taking care of a kid.
You're each taking care of 50%.
He wouldn't be paying any now, but whenever Sammy or whoever turns 18, they'll review it again and say, now you're going to have to pay half of what Lola is.
It takes to maintain her lifestyle.
It just that seems fair to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. Sources were saying that Denise was blindsided by it and she was very upset. I'm sure it's quite a hefty amount that gets sent over every month.
Right.
I mean, even
maybe.
though Charlie blew through a lot of his money on literal hookers and blow. Mm-hmm. So you could sort of say, it's hookers and blow. In this case, it actually was.
It is.
That's actually what happened. That's how he spent a lot of his money.
Wow, and they're right on the cusp of 18, so this could be in courts for a year.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they back pay. Maybe they do. I guess that could be part of the ruling, but
yeah, you never know. I don't know as they get a little bit older, but things will start to shift. And a lot of families deal with this kind of dynamic. And a lot of families deal with the dynamic of like sometimes the kid wants to go live with the easier parent.
Yeah.
And then, like, what do you do? And that's the struggle.
Ugh.
And sometimes that easier parent is the one that they haven't been primarily living with for a long time.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Britney Spears' sons. Speaking of people just growing up, Sean Preston and Jaden are 16 and 15. And
Wow.
there's just new photos that have been posted of them. And they rarely make an appearance on Instagram, like a lot of kids, you know,
Good for
of famous
them.
people. Yeah. And they just look all grown up. That's another interesting thing. Like, time marches on, you guys.
I can't believe it was 16 years ago that she had her first baby.
I know. Well, she was young when she, you know, got hooked up with Kevin Federline, and then they had these boys really fast back to back. And then, of course, there's been a lot of speculation that, you know, maybe there was some postpartum depression and postpartum anxiety that really contributed to her kind of unraveling, and how that might have impacted things. That's also another relatable topic. This is why when we talk about this,
There's
you
so
know,
much in this
people might
stirrer.
say to you, guys, you just talk about fluff. What are you fluffy McFluffersons on this
Yep.
radio? No, this is real life, people.
Yep. Yeah.
Real life in terms of Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel trying to figure out if they're going to get $35 million for their Hollywood Hills home.
Oh my gosh, now that's certainly relatable.
They are rarely in LA, and they are happy to live in Montana.
Yeah.
They're ready to say goodbye to Southern California and make Montana their permanent home. I want to talk to the people of Montana and see what they
Do they want
think
this?
about this mass exodus. You know, a lot of Californians are leaving to go to lots of other states.
Yes,
and then
they
it's
are.
sort of questionable if the members of the other states really would like California to arrive.
Absolutely, yeah. My parents figured it out 40 years ago. They're like, we don't want to raise our kids here. You
Yeah.
know? But it's not. I don't know. It's nice to visit, but
I feel that same way. I love California. My best friends live in California, and every time I am there, which is, we probably go 2 to 3 times a year. I'm like, okay, this is really nice, and I don't ever want to live here.
exactly.
It feels very
too busy, too
Fun
cramped.
to visit.
Yeah, earthquakes make me very nervous. I was texting a friend a few weeks ago, and she texted me back "earthquake" in all caps.
That's exactly what Angel says. I'd move anywhere if it felt right, you know. But
Yeah.
but yeah, that's a big deterrent.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel have been spending more time in their home, and so it's a 10-acre property in California. So speaking of being cramped, they're not really cramped.
No.
But they have a 13,000 square foot Spanish-style mansion, and it's for sale.
Oh, are there pictures we can look
You
at?
just want to go in?
I don't see
We'll go
any.
in.
We just
Let's
talked
all
about
go
not
in.
living there, but you know, I have
like
a lot of
Let's go in
family
on it.
there, so.
$35 million is like a whole nother stratosphere of money.
Yes.
That's sick money. Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to
yeah.
be like, you know, 3 to 5. That's all a ton of money. But that's also like,
A lot of
okay,
house to clean. Oof.
$35 million for a 13,000 square foot. You have people to clean the house.
Yeah. Lex is thinking, and hey, that's
That yard work.
I always think of the furniture too. When folks with not sick money, when they build these McMansions, the first thing I always think about is, you have to furnish those rooms.
Listen,
FYI.
guys, and there's a lot of interior designers. I'm not going to name my mom, but I'll name my mom.
Oh yeah,
Who
He's
will
awesome.
say that they're, you know, she'll
Empty.
pull into like $1 million home. Yeah. And they'll be like, well,
Help
we've
me.
got a $500 budget for the sofa. I mean, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with buying that, but it's also like, I don't know. There's a little bit of
Too
a
big of a
ratio
house.
situation that you messed up on there.
Big time. You're strapped. Yeah,
Like go with a mellow house so that you could like put some things in it that will last.
extra fancy, like 2 toilets.
2 toilets in one
Yeah.
bathroom.
You
You guys
can
are
watch-
still scarred from that.
Yeah. You can watch the very mellow Elizabeth Reese and the not so mellow Steve Patterson today at 3 on Twin Cities Live. We'll be back right after this.
Jason and Don, did either of you know that St. Mary's University has a Bachelor in Science degree in Applied Psychology now?
You mean St. Mary's University right here in the Twin Cities?
Yes, I did hear that. And it's fully online too, so it's a great option for busy working adults. There's such a demand for careers in counseling, social services, school psychology, and human resources that a degree in applied psychology can provide the foundational knowledge needed.
The best part is that this is a degree completion program, meaning you can transfer past credits. Also, you can earn college credit using work and life experience. And you can complete this program in as few as 2 years.
So cool. I've heard great things about St. Mary's University. Their faculty and staff really become your allies on your educational journey. They are there and want you to succeed. How can someone learn more?
Just go to smumn.edu or enter my talk keyword St. Mary's.
And now on Jason and Alexis in the Morning, a message from our sponsor from like the 70s or 80s.
Friday, Arnold's heartbroken when his teddy bear disappears. Then Diane needs help with a problem and she turns to Larry for advice.
Thank you, Daddy. Larry, bye.
Daddy, oh. And on the Rockford Files.
Deputy Chief Town's wife, somebody beat her to death.
A tough case for Rockford.
This has been a Jason and Alexis classic commercial. We now return you to our regularly scheduled mediocre radio show.
There's a lineup. Different Strokes, Hello Larry, and the Rockford Files right there on NBC.
I don't remember Hello Larry.
It was McLean Stevenson's show after MASH.
Oh.
Didn't last very long. Yeah. It was the reason he left me. One of the reasons. Not a good move.
Okay.
Jason and Alexis in the morning, right here on My Talk and streaming worldwide on the My Talk app. I'm Jace with Lex, Dawn, and Kenny. Oh, my goodness. I've been teasing this for a while, so I'll just play a little bit of it. And this is the trailer for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion. Now, let me set the table here for those of you who do not watch the show but are aware of the story that has emerged from this season and has made news in general, and that is Erica Girardi and her husband, Tom Girardi, who have been accused of embezzling money from settlements, because Tom's a big-time lawyer. He was a lawyer involved in the Aaron Brockovich case. He's accused of basically, quite honestly, stealing money from widows and orphans. One of the cases he tried was a plane crash. Anyway, and the question is, what did Erica know? Did she know anything? When did she know it? Is she, what's really going on? And it's been really been the thread through the entire season. Well, I don't need any more setup. I'll just play this. And the bottom line is Andy goes there. I mean, Andy grills her. So here we go.
By your assertion that the leather
They weren't my
pants...
favorite. I am long-winded. I just want to say this, Andy, and this is really important. Am I boring you?
We are joined by the one and only Kathy Hilton.
I have a few notes in case because I wanted to address a few things.
Kathy Hilton, I love her.
Yeah, Kathy, bring it, bitch.
All these things I don't feel great about. I did them. It happened. Each and every one of them haunts me.
You really experienced threats and hate speech.
It's hundreds a day.
That is Crystal, the first Asian American housewife on the Beverly Hills cast. And you discover that she has was attacked viciously when she started fighting with Sutton on the show.
Wow. First, I say too much, and then I don't say enough.
What you just threw down shows exactly who you are.
That was Garcelle and Lisa Rinna, who have not gotten along for a while. And now it really gets into Erica.
You and your husband were laughing at my up life.
I can't control what comes out of their mouth.
And you know what? I can't control what Tom Girardi did.
The way that you spoke to me is not okay.
You were being a bitchy
We're going to put you on a skewer, and I'm going to fire up the barbecue. Why didn't you leave Tom sooner?
Where was I going?
I know what you make on this show.
Hold on.
Did you feel you were held captive?
Oh, boy.
He's having multiple affairs, yet, as we know, he put $20 million and more into your account. Who believes Erica did not know anything about what Tom was doing?
Can someone please back me the up on what I'm saying?
You were manipulating the narrative by saying that the cognitive decline started 3 years ago.
That's not true. Again, here you are, looking at me, rolling your eyes.
It lands differently when there are air crash victims. Have you asked him if he did it?
I asked him, why?
She can't answer that. And she just looks at me. we go.
Oh,
Andy needs to go to law school.
Oh, Andy was.
Wow.
My gosh.
Yeah, the whole back half was basically, it was just a cuts of Andy. That's why it seemed like it was just peppering. All of those questions were directed, I know because you can't see it, were directed at Erica. That whole back half of the trailer.
Well, I bet he got a lot of heat. I'm sorry. I bet he got a lot of heat for even having her on the show. Like, you are supporting the lifestyle of this person who it looks like did these terrible things and knew about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he does say, I know how much you make. Like, you could have left him.
He didn't like to be questioned.
Yeah. Yep. You could have been, why? The timing is curious, as we've all been saying. There's also a funny other part, too. Did you see where Dorit is talking and Andy starts yawning?
Yawning, and that's when you heard Dorit, the woman that you heard go, am I boring you? That was Dorit's reaction to Andy yawning. Because if you don't watch the show, Dorit has a habit of being very long-winded. That woman cannot answer a question in short time. So that was great. And Lisa Rinna cannot stop stepping in it with Garcelle. And I don't get it. I like Rinna. I've always liked Rinna. But this season, she's really irritated me. She is sticking by Erica when she didn't stick by Denise last year. And I don't know why. I don't know what is motivating Rinna to be so loyal to Erica. At the expense of the friendships of the other ladies. Because in the beginning of that trailer, which I did not play, it shows 2 weeks before the reunion. And you hear Erica look at Rinna and say, thank you for telling me that these ladies have turned on me. And so Rinna is calling out the other ladies. And I just don't think it's going to be a good reunion for Rinna.
But how
really
much does she do that? Because at that point, remember, you just played when Erica's like, "Hey, who's going to have my back?"
Yeah.
I wonder if Lisa steps up or if she's just like, "Oh, good points, everybody."
Yeah,
I picked the wrong island to be on.
No, I think Rinna is ride or die with Erica.
Yeah,
I really do, and that's admirable. But
it is. Yeah.
It's very admirable. But my point is, Rinna is inconsistent with that ride or die thing. And I'm just curious of what is it about Erica, because she has turned on a lot of the other wives. And Garcelle, I don't know what it is about Garcelle, but Rinna will make up with her. Rinna seems to want, and they've known each other for 20 some years.
Yeah.
But Rinna is not taking good care of that friendship.
No,
and
she keeps stepping in it.
Yes. And I do not get it.
Garcelle is our favorite.
I love Garcelle. Oh, I love Garcelle so much.
I wonder if they're going to get into the whole Sutton thing too, and the pants and the word choice. And I know that with Crystal, she was upset with the reactions to it, but getting into that, and if she kind of looks at it now and goes, "Wait, that wasn't either a big deal," or apologizes maybe. Yeah,
I don't know. And I'm not a huge fan of Crystal. I've said it before. I'm not going to go back on it. I've kind of felt like she was. She took, it's her freshman years. It's her first year. It's hard to make a splash in your first year. Yeah. Other wives have done it, and she hasn't been a big presence for me. However, I am disgusted, and it makes me very sad when she reveals what she revealed, that she has received so much racist crap or anti-Asian crap. It's just infuriating. This is just a silly TV show, and the fact that people take the time to send her such vitriol, it's a show on Bravo. People, relax.
And the topic she brought up and the reason why she was upset with Sutton was legitimate.
Yeah,
that first episode between them, where she wanted to educate Sutton on something she said involving the fact that she said, "I don't see color," and how that feels to somebody, a person of color. She's just trying to help her learn. And Sutton was like, "Don't accuse me," and then it was just downhill from there. And I don't think Sutton ever really got that.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they're fine now. I should say they're all good, but absolutely.
Honestly, you got to listen whenever somebody tells you that their experience is different than what you think it is.
Yeah, you can't get on the defensive. You can't. Hey guys, Project Down and Dirty Construction at Extreme Sandbox is coming up. Presented by David at First Equity. Presented by David at First Equity in Chanhassen Dinner Theaters, November 3rd to the 5th. All the weekday hosts will learn how to operate heavy construction equipment and raise money for wonderful charities. Crescent Cove, Make-A-Wish Minnesota, Minnesota Academy of Science, and Courage Kenny. Not affiliated with our Kenny Olson. Learn more about Project Down and Dirty Construction at mytalk1071.com. Keyword project. We'll be back right after this.
And now, a sweet moment with J.R. Ewing.
Tomorrow morning, the janitor's going to come in here and sweep you out with the rest of the trash. Unless, of course, you do the honorable thing. Get in the elevator, go up the roof, and jump off, huh?
This has been a sweet moment with J.R. Ewing.
Did he laugh at his own little line?
Oh,
he did.
He did
He
it.
had a little giggle.
Yeah, he did that all the time. Like that was one of the great things about his portrayal of J.R. Ewing was that the glint of evil in his eyes, the smile, and that little laugh.
Oh, and those eyebrows. Wow.
Oh, and those eyebrows, yeah. Jason and Alexis in the morning on My Talk and streaming worldwide on our My Talk app. I'm Jace with Lex, Dawn, and Kenny. Speaking of Dawn and Kenny, don't forget to download the new episode of News from the Krabby Coffee Shop, available at garagelogic.com under episodes. And Monday, there'll be a new episode of Two Fairy Godfathers. We're going to go through the latest Disney news, and there's a lot to talk about. And speaking of Disney, that leads to today's Jump the Shark.
Fire up the boat. I'm jumping the shark.
It's not as good as it used to be.
Things have gotten worse, not better.
What happened to you?
Jump the shark. It was Dumpamundo.
I realized I put this down on our show sheet as a regular story, but it really is a cautionary tale of a probable jump the shark. And today's jump the shark are Disney executives. I won't get too inside baseball, but the Hollywood Reporter had a big old expose is too dramatic, but kinda. The Hollywood Reporter had a substantial inside look at the transition of power at the Walt Disney Company. And you're thinking, oh, this doesn't affect me. Oh, it does. If you enjoy Marvel movies or Star Wars, or you have Disney Plus, or you go to the parks, or you like Mickey Mouse, or you buy a plush toy, it affects you.
Marvel movies.
Yeah. So you guys may know that Bob Iger's been with Disney for 15 years. There's no denying, and I love the guy. I read his book. I think he's one of the best CEOs ever for an entertainment company. You can't match his success. He got Disney to acquire Lucasfilm, Marvel, and Pixar all on his watch.
Wow.
That's one dude, and he's just an inspirational leader, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I've talked about Bob Iger enough. But anyway, he has stuck around through a year and a half of a transition period to a new dude, another Bob Chapek, who used to be just in charge of theme parks. Now, Chapek is getting ready to be fully in control because Iger gave the company a year and a half to kind of smooth over the transition to this new guy who had very little experience with creative folks. And that's the focus of my Jump the Shark.
Uh-oh.
Reports are that at a getaway, the last executive getaway for all the Disney executives and Bob Iger's kind of farewell, he looked at the executives at this retreat and said, in our business, we have a tendency to lean on data, and we have a tendency to lean on data too much. He goes, I beg you to never, ever, ever lean too much on data at the expense of instinct and creativity. And I read that and I almost got that quote right, but I'm paraphrasing a bit, but basically he's telling the bosses, you get a lot of research, you get a lot of data, you get a lot of numbers. Oh, okay, this movie, okay, our focus group is saying Black Panther, a black superhero movie won't, and he actually referenced it. He said if we went as a company on data, Black Panther would not have been made. Coco would not have been made, and various other TV shows would not have been made.
Yep.
And he said, do not lose sight of that.
Does the second Bob have those instincts like Iger does? Or
nope.
Okay.
And that's where where this is a potential. This is a warning shot. This is a warning. The insiders that spoke to the Hollywood Reporter said, sadly, that the minute that meeting was over, Bob Chapek got up there, and what did he do? Started listing off
Here's
data.
the numbers. Yeah. Oh.
So I got to, and we have a little bit of that. We deal with a little bit of that, and I'm not being funny, or I'm not trying to call him out and whatever. But it's absolutely right. And I know that the marriage of art and commerce, it's always going to be tricky.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely true. Both stations, I'm not just going to call out My Talk. Both stations do research. And it always, my butt clenches a little bit when I hear, okay, so we gave these 17 people cold cuts, and they don't like the way you say the word animal. And then, the bosses will always say, we don't listen to it too much. But then inevitably we'll get an email that says, Jason, change the way you say animal. So it is a caution. It's a good reminder to executives in creative endeavors, to not just look at numbers, but go on your own instinct.
Well, and if you may not have those instincts, have people around you who have them, who can say, hey,
yep,
this feels right, and here's why.
Yes, you're right. Because that's the problem with a lot of big. Look at AT&T. Look how AT&T bungled the Warner Brothers as a company and HBO. They put phone executives in charge of Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
And and I worry, and AT&T can barely get phones right sometimes. So and I was a customer. So it's and I'm making a joke. I was a longtime customer of them, but just a warning shot. If you are an executive in creative endeavors, read the Hollywood Reporter expose on the transition at Disney and use it as a guidebook, just as you would your own research. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, change the way you say animal. That's going to do it for us. If you're a kid watching or listening or however you're doing this, go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong.
Animal.
The show's over, Lex.
Have a great day, everyone. We love you so much. And you be you. Have some fun today. We'll see you later. Don and Steve up next.